All right, Erin Foley.
Yeah.
Tell us about your very first time that you ever did stand-up, and when was it?
The first time I ever did stand-up was in 1912. There was a war, and I felt like the troops needed a little bit of happiness. That's how it feels when you've been doing stand-up for a very long time.
How long have you been doing it?
14 years.
Okay.
2 camera? 14 years. It feels like 5 or 80, depending upon how much I've had to drink. But yeah, it feels weird. Yeah, 14 years.
And the first day was?
That's the number. I started out at New York Comedy Club. I don't want to brag, but it's a particular comedy club in New York where I was doing improv at 6:30. That's when you want to do improv at 6:30.
When it's light.
For 4 people, and it was like this improv group. It's weird. I feel like I'm talking to you, but I'm talking.
Yep.
But just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a 6:30 show. I did improv. And then I would stay and watch the stand-up, and I'd never even heard of stand-up before, and it was really cool. It was so fun to watch, and I don't know if you've tried to get about 10 people in an improv group to practice and then get together at one point in time when you're in your 20s. It doesn't work. So I think it was an improv troupe that lasted about 3 weeks. We have a highlight reel of 60 seconds.
Where are they now? What happened?
They're dead.
They're all...
They actually did make it. It was hard, yeah. It was tough, streets of New York. And so it was New York Comedy Club. And listen, there's nothing against the New York Comedy Club. It's the worst. And so the stand-up wasn't like, oh my God, like you'd go around New York City and you'd see Judy Gold and Jim Gaffigan and Susie Essman. You'd see like the best of the best. They weren't actually at that club. So I got to see some interesting stand-up, and I was like, this is cool. I can do this. And then you like kind of sign up. And you wait a couple months, you write some stuff down, and then I did it on an 8 o'clock show. It was so terrifying.
This is your first time?
This is the first time I'd ever done stand-up. And all I remember is thinking, I wrote a joke, because I had just seen like a Pink Panther movie with like my dad, and there's that character, what's that character that...
The Pink Panther.
Not the you guys, I did it as a panther. No. Kato, right? Isn't it Kato?
Yeah.
So... I was thinking, how fun to come into your house and be like, like a Kato. And so I wrote a joke about it would be really fun if you had a stalker. Not thinking of really actually having a stalker, but I remember writing out this piece. It's like, it's so exciting. It's like you leave your house in the morning, you have to like dodge a stalker. Again, this isn't fun.
This was
like
your opening?
No, I don't even know what I opened with.
This was just at some point.
I just remember this joke
and
being like, this is going to be really, because I had it all worked out, and I ate it. It bombed so bad. But I think there's a couple other things that sort of worked, but I remember being like, how did that stalking bit not work? It was like I was killing it in my living room, We still feel like we kill it in our living room.
Was there anyone you knew in the audience?
My best friend Carrie went to like every single show for I think 2 years, and my sisters.
What did she say about that?
They were encouraging. I think you have to be encouraging, even if it's horrible. I think you have to be like, that was great. There were some positive things, like it's over and you can start again. But I didn't do stand-up after that for like 6 months because I just was like, okay, that didn't go as I planned. But I did have a lot of fun, and I could see the potential. So then I just watched stand-up for like 6 months, went back to the same club and did it, and then that actually went really well. And so that led me to keep going into the 1920s and the 30s and the 40s.
And here we are.
And then you weren't allowed out of your house, obviously, as a woman in the 50s. And so then I regrouped in the 60s.